Alright, for this, let's go ahead and set to material, hit the tab key. Alright, so make a seam all the way over there and here. Here. Also here. And all around. And then this one also. Okay. And let's go ahead and select everything. And right click here on Unwrap. And I think for this one, we could probably do the same thing as we did with the other. Could go ahead and kind of break this. Just move it. And just move it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just go to vertex. And just gonna straighten this out. Okay, and then let's go ahead and right click, file active quads. And this one here. Go ahead and zoom in. Click there, and I'll run my mouse over here, press L, follow active quads. Alright. And if we could go ahead and select this, I'm just gonna rotate. Select this, I'm just gonna rotate. Here. Okay, I'm gonna do this first and follow active quads. Select here, and then this, follow active quads. Alright, and maybe you could do the same with this one. So this one is almost straightened out, but just need a little tweaking. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and select this. Okay, select the rest and follow active quads. And this one here. Go ahead and move this here. Alright, now let's go ahead and follow active quads. Alright, great, perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna organize this for now. Back island, and press OK. And let's go ahead and look at the texture. Alright, I think this is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and select this and just scale all the way up. Make sure you don't flip it. Okay, even the side is looking pretty good. Alright, that's great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hide this. Oops. Okay, so now I just have to do this part here and then the buckles. Alright, so I'm gonna go and deal with this one. And we're gonna unwrap this the same way that we unwrap the other one that we just did. Double click. There you go. Alright, and then we could go select everything and wrap. And we could do the same thing as we have done previously. Go ahead and select this here. I'll move it to the side. Move it to the side. And could break this up. So maybe I could... This has a little bit more of an interesting shape. Maybe I could select this part here. Just gonna move it this here. And select this and move it. Oh yeah, I think we gotta go back to the other one because I forgot to stitch something. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this. This was the one that we were doing before. I forgot to stitch him after I broke him. Or, oh, actually, they're all together. So if I hover over here, oh yeah, these right here. You see all of this from this part all the way over here. It looks like they're separate UV shell, but they have to be stitched. So I think it'll be better we just stitch it. Right click, stitch. There you go. Then I could go ahead and select this, hover mouse, click everything, fill active quads. See here, click here, here. Alright, right. And then let's look at this one. So this one also could be attached, stitched together. Then gonna go to face, select this in the middle, or maybe this one, and then select the rest and file active quad. There you go. Okay, great. And back UVs. Okay, good. Alright, show the other one again. So this is the one that we were working on before we got a little distracted. Okay, so for this one, same thing that we did the previous one. And you know what, we could also probably disconnect this, but let's go ahead and deal with this. Zoom in. So I'm gonna go choose the middle part. I'm gonna go to vertex. Okay. Okay, so I think that's fine. I could go ahead and kind of move this up. Alright, and then I could go and select this, select everything, and follow active quads. And I'm gonna do the other one. So I'm gonna choose maybe the one that's easier to straighten out. Probably this. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright, and follow active quads. Okay, I'm gonna do this part. And then select this. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this. Ooh. Okay, so make sure you're not selecting what you're not supposed to. So sometimes you gotta deselect. and then just slowly rotate. Okay, I'm gonna go with the vertex, like this, move it. It's also good to use the grid if you can. So you could use the grid to make sure everything's like straightened out. Alright, and there you go. And same with this one. So I'm using the grid here as a guide. Oh, accidentally split it. G, Y, go. And then I'm gonna go select all of these, G and an X. Alright. And right click, follow active quads, go. And also, I'm gonna do this part here. I could do this. Okay, and this one also. I think for this, we could go ahead and rotate it first to make it easier. So, go. And I'm gonna go at G, Y, G and Y to move it in the Y direction. Alright. Click here. Mouse over here. And flag the pause. Great. And we could do the rest for all of these. Now, if you have heard of UV Pack Master, if you buy that add-on, it might be easier for you. It'll be a lot easier for you if you purchase it, but I'm trying to keep this pure vanilla blender as much as possible when, like, except for the texturing part, because I do want to make it look as nice as possible and can't beat Substance Painter. But yeah, if you have add-ons and you want to make things faster for you, go ahead and invest and purchase them if you don't want to go through the process of some tedious process of doing things manually. But yeah, I use UV Pack Master for the 3D company that I work for, and I use it every day, like Monday to Friday, basically. And it's very good add-on, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow Active Clouds. Yeah, definitely invest in that if you have the money for it. There's actually tutorials on UV Pack Master and how to use it in Blender, so yeah, definitely recommended. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and but yeah, I know that a lot of you guys are probably students who are taking my courses, so I'm trying to make this so that you don't have to purchase any add-ons at all. And Substance Painter, you could even get that for, I think, a trial. So if you could do it for 30 days, the texturing part, which you shouldn't have an issue with if you have a few hours to work with each day. I think 30 days is good enough to be able to texture everything with this tutorial. Alright, great. And now on to this part. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of move it to one of the grid here. Rotate. G, Y. Alright. There you go. Then here, and then the rest of it, and follow X plus. Go ahead and move this to the side. So I'm just looking at the grid here, and I'm just gonna rotate following that grid here, and G and then Y. Ooh, a little better. Okay, now select this, and the rest of it, file active quad. Great. Then I'm gonna go ahead and UV, pack UVs, island. Alright, great. And let me double check again. Texture. Maybe this here. Could probably rotate it 180 degrees. Alright. Okay, so I think all of our part for our straps here are all done. Okay, and the next thing that we need to do now is just the buckle parts. So let's go and select all the buckles. So this is right here is just a mirror of the other side. So we could probably just unwrap one part and then mirror on the other side. So it's symmetrical for these parts here. And I think this one's also symmetrical. The only thing that's not symmetrical are these right here. Yeah, Shift H. So onto the buckle. You just go ahead and make a UV for one, and then we're gonna transfer it to the other UVs because they're basically the same. Alright, hit Tab key. So for this one, we could go ahead and just make a seam here. Press U, mark seam. Okay, and then we could just go ahead and split this. So yeah, I think this is gonna be split like maybe around the corner. It's fine. U, mark seam. Okay, so this is gonna basically unwrap like a cylinder. So let's go ahead and go to face, select all of these, right click and unwrap. And of course it's not perfect, we need to straighten this out. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm already thinking of the middle part here, so maybe we could use this middle part to straighten it out. Alright. So maybe we could use maybe this part to straighten it out. And since we're doing it from the inside, we could actually go ahead and select all the vertices here, press S, Y, and then 0. Same here, S, Y, and 0. And here, S, X, and 0. S, X, and 0. Okay, great. Now we could select this and select the rest of it. Right click, follow active quads. I do not like how it looks like it's tapering though. So maybe the middle part is going to be this here. Maybe you could, maybe this here, right here. Let's go ahead and do this one. So I'm gonna S, Y, and 0. S, Y, and 0. S, X, 0. S, X, and 0. Okay. And 5 active quads. Alright, much better. So if one polygon doesn't work, try the other polygons and you're going to have a much straighter, cleaner UV. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just scale this down. And then we could transfer the UVs that we already have done here to the rest of the buckles because it's the same geometry. So to do that, let's first select the buckle that doesn't have any UVs. It has to be in this order, okay? Otherwise it won't work. So select the one with no UVs and then select the other one that has the UVs, Control L, and then let's go ahead and let's do copy UV maps. Alright, so now we select this, hit the tab key. Alright, so now this has that UV and then this also has that same UV. Alright, and yeah, we can do the same thing for this one here. So select this and this in that order, Control L, copy UV maps. And of course, always good to double check. Great. And we can also look at our texture here. I Okay, so like this one doesn't have the texture material assigned to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and set it to, what material do I have in? I think it's topology color. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so yep, that's good. All right, great. So we could do the same thing here. We could go ahead and apply the topology color here. All right, so this is all done. These three are done. Press H to hide it. And then we could go ahead and do the other parts here. Oh yeah, we still need one of those. Okay, I'm gonna go undo what I just did. Undo. Okay, remember we're still gonna need one of these so that we could copy the UV onto the ones that we don't have the UVs for. So make sure you select one of these, select the rest, Shift H. All right. Let's do the others now. All right, let's do this here. Now, this has two geometries. It has this one, and if you try to transfer the UVs of this to a geometry that has more polygons, have more vertices than this one here, then it's not gonna work. So we gotta go ahead and just remove this here. We could mirror it again. So yeah, delete that. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and select the one with no UVs, and then select the one with the UVs, Control L, and copy UV maps. And then let's go ahead and double check. Yep, everything's there. I'm gonna go and add the topology color. Okay, and this one's the same. It has an extra geometry there. So I'm gonna go ahead and select all of these, delete the faces. And I'm gonna go ahead and select this and this, Control L, and copy UV maps. Okay, and let's double check. Yep, and add the material. I'm gonna go select this one here. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and delete these. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just select this here and this, Control L, and copy UV maps, and just go ahead and add the topology color. All right, perfect. And kind of looking over here, I feel like it's a little stretchy. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and fix one of them, and then we could copy the UVs pretty easily anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this, select all of these, and then I'm gonna go and scale it up a bit. Actually, it doesn't look stretchy now that I scale it up. Maybe I could ask why. All right, so that's actually better. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, you could fix it. You could press S and then Y to make it less stretchy. All right, and you don't want it too squashed. So just enough so it looks normal, the numbers. Okay, that's fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and UV back island, and yeah, I can just leave it like that. Later on, we're gonna put in the right one anyways, and I'm gonna turn off rotate. Press OK. Okay, so this is great. Now we just gotta copy the UVs that we have here on the rest of these, and we could do it all at once. We could select all of the buckles that we want to have the UVs of this, okay? And then shift click the desired UV, the desired mesh with the desired UV, Control L, and then let's go ahead and copy UV maps. So now you can see that it's basically all the same. And I think the rest of, I have some that are hidden, so I'm gonna Alt H. Yeah, so I know some of these do not have that same. I think I'm gonna go ahead and select this one. I think some of these, I think this one, this one and this one. Gotta make sure it has the same UVs. Okay, Shift H. And let me double check. So if I select this, so this is the new one, and this one's the old one, the one that's shorter. Let me see this one. Okay, so that one has the new one right here. This one has the old one. Okay, so these two have the old one. I'm gonna select the meshes that have the old UVs, and then select the mesh that has the new UVs. Control L and copy UV maps. All right, if I select all these, hit the tab key. All right, great. Alt H. All right, so that is it for our vest and our holster, the pocket area. Okay, and then remember, we have to make sure that we make a copy of the ones that need to be symmetrical. So you see we're missing the ones over here, also over here. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to go to Move Tool, make sure it's in the middle of the grid. Yep, it's in the middle of the grid. Okay, and I'm going to go add a mirror modifier. And I'm going to also just apply it already. Apply. And I'm going to go do the same thing, add a mirror modifier. Control A, Visual Geometry to Mesh. And this one here. Add mirror. Okay, I think that is it. Alright, and I think the rest is just not symmetrical. Okay. Next thing that we need to unwrap is going to be the pants, and I'll see you in the next video.